I want to show you the only investment I know of that guarantees an 8% return every year for 3 years in a row with zero market risk. It's not a stock, it's not a bond, it's not an annuity. It's a feature of Social Security that most Americans walk past without ever using. It's called delayed retirement credits. And in 5 minutes, I'll show you exactly how it works, why it might be the most underused tool in retirement planning, and the one situation where it doesn't make sense. If you're new here, I'm Brody, 65 years old, sharing what I learned the hard way managing my own retirement for 35 years. Subscribe if that's useful. Let's get into it. Here's the setup. If you were born in 1960 or later, your full retirement age is 67. That's the age Social Security uses to calculate your full benefit. Claim at 62, you get 70% of your full benefit, permanently. Claim at 67, you get 100%. But here's where it gets interesting. For every month you wait past 67, Social Security adds 2/3 of 1% to your benefit. That works out to 8% per year. You can keep stacking those credits until age 70, and then they stop. So if you delay from 67 to 70, you get 124% of your full benefit for life. Let me put real numbers on it. If your full benefit at 67 would be $2,000 a month, claiming at 70 instead gets you $2,480. That's $480 more every month for the rest of your life. Plus, every cost of living adjustment is calculated off that bigger base. The 2026 COLA was 2.8%. Applied to a $2,000 base, that's $56 more. Applied to a $2,480 base, it's $69. Year after year, that gap gets wider. Now, I want to be careful here because you'll see headlines call this an 8% guaranteed return, and that's not quite right. It's not a return on invested money. It's a permanent increase to a guaranteed income stream. But the math works out similarly, and in some ways, better. Compare it to what's available in the market right now. A top 5-year multi-year guaranteed annuity pays around 5.5 to 6%. A treasury bond, less. A high-yield savings account, less. None of them are inflation-adjusted. None of them last for life. None of them transfer to your spouse as a survivor benefit. The 8% bump from delaying Social Security does all of that. It's inflation-protected. Every COLA compounds off the higher base. It's longevity insured. It pays as long as you live. And if you're the higher earner in a marriage, that bigger benefit becomes your spouse's survivor benefit when you're gone. That's why I call it a bonus most people leave on the table. They never even realize it's there. Now, the obvious question. What if I claim at 67 instead of waiting? When does waiting actually pay off? The break-even age is roughly 82.5. If you delay from 67 to 70, you give up 3 years of checks. Around age 82.5, the bigger monthly amount has made up for those missed years. After that, you're ahead. By 90, you've collected significantly more than if you'd claimed at 67. So the question becomes simple. Do you expect to live past 82? For a 67-year-old American today, average life expectancy is around 84 for men, 86 for women. Half of you will live longer than that. If you're in good health, with no major chronic conditions, and you have longevity in your family, the odds favor delay. But, and this is the honest part, if your health is poor or your family history points to shorter lifespans, the calculation flips. You won't live long enough to collect the bonus. Claim earlier. This is one of the few decisions in retirement where being honest with yourself about your health matters more than running the numbers. 3 situations where delaying is almost always the right call. 1. You're the higher earner in your marriage, and your spouse is younger or healthier than you. Your benefit becomes their survivor benefit. Maximizing it protects them for potentially decades after you're gone. 2. You have other assets, a 401k, an IRA, a brokerage account, that can bridge you from retirement to age 70. You don't need the Social Security check at 67. You can let it grow. 3. You have good health and longevity in your family. If your parents lived into their late 80s or 90s, the math favors waiting. If 2 of those 3 are true for you, delaying past 67 is one of the best financial moves available to you. Period. Look, I'm not telling you what to do. The previous video on this channel walked through the traps of waiting blindly when your health or your situation says otherwise. Both videos are true. What I'm telling you is this: if you're healthy, if you have the runway, and especially if you're protecting a spouse, the 8% bump from age 67 to 70 is one of the highest return, lowest risk moves the U.S. retirement system offers anyone. It's not glamorous. There's no commission on it, so nobody sells it to you. But it's there, free, available to anyone willing to wait. If this was useful, hit subscribe and drop a comment with your current target claiming age. I read every one. The comments on these videos are some of the best conversations on this channel. If this helped you see things differently, share it with a friend or someone you love. They'll thank you later. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.